figuratively and literally sipping the tea today. Ooh, Chinese flower. Oh my god. So one of the questions I got asked a while ago is, how was it like being natural in Korea? It sucked. It was bad. Awful. And funny enough, it wasn't bad for the reasons you're probably thinking it was awful. I never had anyone, there were some awkward situations related to my hair as far as like conversation piece among people. That's not something I'm not used to. I get that crap in America too. So I'm not like, oh, someone's curious about my hair. That never happened before. Logistically, being natural in Korea was very difficult and I'd never figured it out. Long story short, my hair doesn't like Korea, which is sad because I like Korea. Overall, Korea was pretty dope. Disclaimer, I did not go, like I was in Korea last summer, during just the summer. I've never seen a Korean fall or a Korean winter. I was there just in the summer and my hair hated it. So in Korean it's called 봄날, or the hottest days of summer, the dog days of summer if you will. And I was there during that and I was like, okay, that sucks. And if you remember, if you watch those vlogs, you would notice that my skin started breaking out. I forgot to tell you, my hair was getting so dry just because it was like baking in the sun. And then after that, or before that, I think it was after that, there was the monsoon season, the Changma season, in which it was so humid that my hair just, it was super dry, and somehow it was still very, very dry, but all that moisture surrounding it just made it shrink up in a disgusting ball of gross. I looked like a dirty Q-tip. So I'm a natural that is like really low maintenance. I don't like doing a lot. I prefer wash and goes. But nowadays I'm always blow drying my hair because I just can't deal with it because it shrinks up because it's super humid here too. But Korea was on some new level of humid that I had never experienced before because I was right around like the Hangan area, so right next to the river. So all that humidity, my hair wasn't feeling it. So what happened was I would try to blow dry it and that would dry the crap out of my already dry hair out. So it would stretch so it wouldn't get as tangled, but it still just looked awful. And so I was like, okay, I'll wash it. Maybe I'll do a wash and go. Then came back and looked like a abandoned poodle. Then I was like, okay, then I'll put it in braids or something. And it always looked bad. No matter what I did, it looked awful. If you wonderful naturals that have been living in Korea longer than I had lived there, I stayed there, I didn't live there, but longer than I was there, let me know, what did you do? Because I tried new oils. I was like, oh, let me try Korean products then. I'm here, I can get them, and I'd rather not pay the import price for things that I buy in America. And then I said, okay, let me pack it in, let me go to Watson's. Watson's, for those of you who don't know, Watson's is like it's an import for Western beauty and hair products. So like things you would get in a drugstore in America, you get it there at Watson's. And so I went to Watson's, paid like $10 for some friggin' Tresemme. I was like, this crap is $3.99. Why am I paying $10,000 for this? And I was like, oh crap, I'm not in America anymore, that's why. That was my culture shocks, paying too much for things that I've paid a lot less for. And it works a little better, but same tune, it all looked awful. So logistically, it was terrible. I ended up being known in my class as the girl that changes her hair all the time because I was always trying. I never gave up the fight, and I just should have. From a cultural point of view, which I assume is more your question, throwing my tea bags away, it was just a thing. I didn't find that anybody no one was rude about my hair. Like, no one went out of their way to like say, you need to do something about your hair. Which, even if they did, I could agree. My hair looked a mess. all the time. I couldn't do anything about it. That's neither here nor there. But no one no one went out of their way and was like, oh my god, your hair is so different. You should get like a magic perm, or you should get a something to like fix that. As far as like in the classroom at STALK, I never, like I said, I was known as the girl that always changed her hair every day, but more than like disgust, because no one was disgusted by my hair. They were just fascinated about how it works. And it seemed like such a common sense thing to me, like how my hair works, because let me explain. So one day I came to class and my hair was like longer, like I had stretched it out with a blow dryer, and then the next day I'd given up on that because, like I said, it dried the crap out of my hair. So I came in with a wash and go that looked like crap, but it was a wash and go. So my hair, being that it's in a wash and go, is super coily, so it shrunk up. Like a good few weeks passed and I tried to do the blow dry thing again and my hair is back down here. And they said, what happened? And I was like, what do you mean what happened? They were like, your hair, we thought you cut it. I was like, no. What? And so imagine trying to explain this in not a native language about how the proteins in your hair, when they reach certain levels of moisture, cause a phenomenon by the name of shrinkage. And so I was like, but I didn't know how to say that in Korean, so I just took a coiled piece of hair and brought it down. And they were like, oh my god! Literally, I had never seen anyone react like that before to my hair. And everybody has their own like, oh my god, I would have been so offended because they're like ostracizing me because they're making me into a spectacle, which is true. But I mean, I think I went into Korea with this expectation, so it didn't shock nor bother me. It's just something, I took it as an opportunity to say, hey, as a black woman, this is what my hair does. Now you learn something, the more you know. But you know, everyone's sensitivity towards that is very different. So if you don't like being looked at, well, you probably shouldn't go to Korea because you will be looked at just simply because you're not Korean. But if you don't like to look even more excessively looked at, maybe think about different hair choices when you go to Korea, because people will want to touch it. I never had anyone say they wanted to touch my hair and they didn't ask first, but I'm sure everyone's experience with that will be very, very different. I did have a teacher of mine ask me could they touch my hair, and I was like, okay. And she was thoroughly fascinated. Yet again, not something that I was surprised about. She was like touching a puff and was like, oh my god, it's so soft. It's kind of like the inside of a couch. And I was just so confused. I was like, are you serious? As for me, I am going back to Korea this summer. Cheers. And the plan is to not be natural in Korea. No, I'm not getting a relaxer. Chill. I know you guys out there. How dare you? You went back to the lie crap. But I'm gonna get braids. I'm gonna get braids or gonna get something, because I refuse. Now that if I did get braids though, that would also, a friend of mine actually had braids at the same time, and that, you know, that was also a form of like, oh my god, are you reggae? If not braids, then weave it up, but I won't, not doing it. Do you guys have ideas? Now that I think about it, what should I do? What should I do? Cause like, I guess I could wear my hair like this all the time, but to be honest, my hair is at a really awkward length. Like if it were longer, it would look cool, like some long like braids. I'll see you guys next time. If you have any more like general questions, as always, put them down in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe and like, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys later. Hi everyone, I come with you a very makeupless face because a lot of you guys were interested in my skincare routine. I don't know why I'm looking everywhere except the camera. A lot of you guys were interested in my skincare routine.